Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Only English Conversations, where learning English is simple and practical. I am Emma.
Hello, Emma. Hello, everyone. I'm Paul, and I'm happy to be here today. It is a very good day to practice English together.
Yes, it is a great day. Today, we have a very important topic to talk about. We are going to talk about a problem many people face. We are talking about online order scams.
Oh, that is a very serious topic, Emma. Online order scams are very common now because everyone likes to shop online. Can you explain what a scam is for our listeners?
Of course, Paul. A scam is a dishonest plan to trick people. Usually, the goal is to steal money or personal information. An online order scam happens when you buy something on the internet, but the situation is fake.
I see. So you pay for something, but you never receive the item? Or maybe you receive something that is very different and cheap?
Exactly. That is one type of scam. Or sometimes they send you a fake message about your delivery to steal your credit card details.
Oh, really? That sounds very scary. I think we should talk about this slowly so everyone can understand the English words and the safety tips.
I agree. Let's start with a simple example. Imagine you are looking for a new phone. You see a website with a very low price.
Wait, if the price is very, very low, is that a bad sign?
Yes, Paul, that is a big red flag. A red flag is a warning sign. If a new iPhone costs $1,000 everywhere, but one website sells it for $100, it is probably a scam.
It is probably a scam. Let me repeat that. If the price is too good to be true, it is probably a scam. Is that correct, Emma?
That is perfectly correct. Too good to be true is a great English phrase. It means something seems so wonderful that it must be a lie.
Too good to be true. I will remember that. So, Emma, what happens if I click buy on that cheap phone?
Well, if you enter your credit card information, the scammers now have your numbers. They can take more money from your bank. And the phone, it will never arrive at your house.
Oh, that is terrible. Why do they do that? Why are people so mean?
They want easy money, Paul. That is why we must be very careful. We must use trusted websites.
Trusted websites. You mean big websites like Amazon or official brand stores?
Yes, trusted means you can believe in them. You can trust them because they have a good reputation.
Reputation. That is a big word. Can you explain reputation?
Reputation is what people think about a person or a company. If everyone says a shop is good, it has a good reputation. If many people say a shop steals money, it has a bad reputation.
I see. So before I buy something from a new website, I should check the reputation. How do I check it, Emma?
You can look for reviews. Reviews are comments from other customers, but be careful, sometimes scammers write fake reviews.
Fake reviews? Why do they think that is okay? If I see 10 people saying, great phone, very cheap, should I believe them?
Not always. If all the reviews are written on the same day, or if they all use the same words, they might be fake. You should look for detailed reviews with real photos.
That sounds good. Look for detailed reviews with real photos. That is a very smart tip. Emma, I have another question. Sometimes I get a text message on my phone. The message says, your package is waiting. Click here to pay the shipping fee. Is that a scam?
Yes, that is a very common scam. It is called a phishing scam. They are phishing for your information.
Fishing? Like catching a fish in the river?
Yes, but spelled with a PH. They send a hook, which is the fake message, and they hope you bite by clicking the link.
Oh, I understand now. They want me to click the link. What happens if I click it?
The link will take you to a fake website. It looks like a real delivery company, like FedEx or UPS. It asks for your name, address, and credit card.
But I did not order anything. If I did not order anything, why would there be a package?
That is exactly what you should ask yourself. If you're not expecting a delivery, it is 100% a scam. But even if you are waiting for a package, do not click the link in a text message.
So, what should I do instead? If I am worried about my real package, how do I check it safely?
That is a great question. You should go to the official website of the store where you bought the item, log into your account, and check the order history.
Go to the official website, check the order history. Do not click links in texts or emails. Is that right?
Exactly. You are learning very fast, Paul. Let's practice some sentences for our listeners. I will say a sentence and you repeat it clearly.
I am ready. I like to practice speaking.
Sentence 1. Never share your credit card password with anyone.
Never share your credit card password with anyone. That is very important.
Sentence 2. If the price is too low, be careful.
If the price is too low, be careful. It might be a scam.
Sentence 3. I only shop on trusted websites.
I only shop on trusted websites. This makes me feel safe.
Very good. Now, Paul, let's do a mini role play. I am a scammer and I'm calling you on the phone. You have to be smart and protect your information.
Okay, I am ready for the role play. This will be fun and helpful.
Ring ring. Hello, is this Paul? This is the Global Delivery Service. We have a gift for you, but we need your home address and your birth date to deliver it.
Oh, a gift? I love gifts. But wait, why do you need my birth date for a delivery?
It is for, security reasons. Please give me your information quickly or we will send the gift back.
I'm sorry, but I do not know you. I did not order a gift. I will not give my personal information over the phone.
But it is a very expensive gift. Are you sure?
Yes, I am sure. If this is a real delivery, please send me an official letter, or I will check my account online. Goodbye.
Wow, Paul, you were perfect. You did not get tricked.
Thank you, Emma. I remembered what you said. If they ask for personal information, like a birth date or a password, it is a warning sign.
Yes, real companies like banks or delivery services will never ask for your password or your social security number over a phone call or a text message.
That is a very good rule to live by. Never give passwords on the phone. Can you explain why they want my birth date, Emma?
They can use your name and your birth date to try and open bank accounts in your name. It is called identity theft.
Identity theft? That means they pretend to be me?
Yes, they steal your identity to do bad things. It can cause many problems for your life and your money.
This is a very serious lesson today. I am glad we are talking about this in simple English. It helps me learn words like scam, identity theft, and trusted.
I am glad too. Let's look at another situation. Sometimes you see an ad on social media. The ad shows a beautiful dress or a cool gadget. You click it and buy it.
Yes, I see those ads all the time. Are they all scams?
Not all of them, but many social media ads lead to ghost stores.
Ghost stores? Do they have ghosts inside?
No, Paul. A ghost store is a shop that exists today and disappears tomorrow. They take your money, close the website, and you can never find them again.
Oh, like a ghost that disappears. That is a funny name for a bad thing. How can I know if a store is a ghost store?
Look for a Contact Us page. A real store has a physical address and a real phone number. If there is only a generic email address, be careful.
A physical address. That means a real building in a real city.
Correct. Also, look at the website link. At the top of your browser, a safe website usually starts with HTTPS. The S stands for secure.
HTTPS. The S is for secure. If I only see HTTP, is it unsafe?
It is less secure. Most modern and safe shops always use HTTPS. It protects your data while it travels over the internet.
I see. HTTPS is like a locked box for my information.
That is a wonderful way to explain it. HTTPS is like a locked box. You're very good at making simple examples.
Thank you, Emma. I am trying my best. I want everyone to stay safe while they enjoy shopping online.
Me too. Let's do a recap of what we learned today. Recapping is good for memory.
I agree. Repetition is the key to learning English.
Rule number 1. If a price is too good to be true, it is likely a scam.
Rule number 2, never click links in unexpected text messages or emails about packages.
Rule number 3. Only buy from trusted websites with a good reputation and real reviews.
Rule number 4. Check for HTTPS and a real physical address on the website.
And rule number 5, never give your password or private details over the phone to a stranger.
Those are very clear rules. I feel much safer now. Can we talk about what to do if someone already lost money to a scam?
That is a very important point. If you think you were scammed, you must act fast. Call your bank immediately.
Call the bank. Tell them I think I am a victim of a scam. Is that right?
Yes, use the word victim. A victim is a person who was hurt or tricked. The bank can stop your card and protect your remaining money.
And should I tell the police?
Yes, in many countries, you can report online fraud to the police or a government agency. It helps them catch the scammers and warn other people.
Reporting is good. It helps the community.
Exactly. We must help each other. Learning English is not just about words. It is about sharing information and staying safe in the world.
I really like that, Emma. Learning English helps us connect and protect each other. Why do you think scams are increasing?
Because more people are using the internet for the first time. Scammers look for people who do not know the technology very well.
That is why we must explain these things simply. We want to help everyone, even absolute beginners.
Yes, if you are a beginner, just remember, go slow. Do not rush to buy things. Take your time to check the website.
Go slow and take your time. Those are good tips for English and for life.
They really are. Do you have any more questions about online scams, Paul?
I have one more. What about paying with gift cards? I heard some people ask to be paid in gift cards.
Oh, I am so glad you asked. That is a huge scam. No real business will ever ask you to pay with an Amazon gift card or an iTunes gift card.
Why do scammers want gift cards?
Because once you give them the code on the back of the card, the money is gone. It is like giving them cash. It is very hard for the bank to get that money back.
So if someone says, pay me with a gift card, I should hang up the phone.
Yes, hang up immediately. It is 100% a scam. Real businesses use credit cards, PayPal, or official bank transfers.
Okay. Gift cards are for gifts, not for paying bills or buying phones. I understand.
You are doing great. This has been a very long and detailed conversation. I think our listeners have a lot of new words to practice.
I hope so. I will practice saying phishing, reputation, and secure today.
Those are great words. Remember, listeners, you can listen to this conversation many times. Repetition will help you understand every word and every tip.
Yes, please listen again while you are walking, cooking, or resting. It is the best way to learn.
Well, Paul, I think we have covered everything for today. I feel happy that we shared these safety tips.
I feel happy too, Emma. It is important to be smart and careful on the internet.
Thank you for being such a great partner today, Paul. Your questions were very helpful.
And thank you, Emma, for explaining everything so clearly. You are a great teacher.
Thank you. And thank you to everyone listening to Only English Conversations. We are happy to help you on your English journey.
Keep practicing and keep speaking English every day. It gets easier every time you try.
That is right. Don't be afraid to make mistakes. Mistakes are how we learn.
I make many mistakes, but I keep talking.
And that is why your English is getting so good. Okay, everyone, stay safe online and keep practicing.
Goodbye, everyone. See you next time.
Thank you for listening to Only English Conversations.
Keep practicing and keep speaking English every day.
See you in the next lesson. Goodbye.